Um, okay. I'll start rambling in a second, actually. Hold on. Okay. Starting for real now. I don't know if audio's gonna be good, but whatever. Strange performance issues. Ah well. Oh well. I think that might be a CPU thing. Probably because all of this, like, fuzziness in the textures is hard on bitrate. I already read this, so... Ugh, that's loud. So as I run through this again, I want to explain what I'm doing. Tonight, I just had the urge to play this game again because it's very good. And I don't know, it was just the vibe. But like half a year ago, a YouTubey that I like just happened to stream this game, like out of nowhere. And I was like, whoa, that's very neat. And they seemed to pick up on, like, themes really easily, compared to anything that I have, like, experience with. And there was this one part at the end of the game where they were talking about, I think it might have been the end of the game, where they were talking about why they're so interested in indie games recently. And they spoke about how, like, even if it's not necessarily intentional, if the game isn't like fly wrench levels of just there's no message at all, it sort of fundamentally has to, I mean, even fly wrench, you could make an argument about the sort of engagement that it forces a player to have with it, because their goal is to beat the game and to become proficient in it, which is still like a certain type of thing. Anyway, just the way that they framed the necessary presence of like political theming and such kind of made me realize it made me realize like maybe a way that I could go about doing like actual readings of games narratively that is more like involved than what I'm used to, right? It's her. I'm gonna turn this down and there. Okay, let me just stall for a minute. Actually, I'll read this first. So, yeah, that just, for some reason, that's what it took for me to, like, realize how I should, like, kind of approach trying to... I was curious how I should approach trying to do readings of games to understand, like, what sorts of, like, fundamental political expressions and such are in them. And I don't remember exactly what they said, but it was something along the lines of, like, it was something about, I don't really remember. In any case, I think I'm better equipped to attempt a reading like that nowadays than I was nearly a year ago. It's actually in 10 days, it will have been a year to the day, a leap year to the day specifically, since I first played this game. So I think I'm able to approach it more level-headedly now that I am primed for like what happens in it. So it won't be such an emotional experience, of course. But I'm also primed to like catch messaging that I just did not catch at the time. Like with Cave World, I got some slight vibes that it was like red pilled, for the lack of a better term. I don't really know how to describe it. But like going through it now, it's really obvious between the little subtitle it gets, help a friend, and like it's literally just like I saw Lazy Gib and I was like, all right, he talks about like bootlicking or whatever, and like he's lazy or whatever. I just sort of assumed that the commentary ran no deeper than like lol, work sucks, is what it is though. What are you gonna do? And Lazy Gib was like supposed to be a biting satire of like a leftist who really is just lazy, and they use their supposed principles as like an excuse to be lazy. That's kind of what I said in my video. And it's like playing it now. I think Lazy Gibb's just supposed to be a guy who's lazy. Like, you know, he's just a dude who's lazy. And like the subtitle, Help a Friend, and what you literally do in it, which is collaborate with mistreated workers to fuck over your boss. Like, it's pretty clear that it's like not particularly it doesn't look upon Fran very favorably. And then there's also, I think it's called Hell World. It might be Lava World or whatever. Like, it's obviously an extension of that. I think the developer commentary says as much, so like that's not new info necessarily. But hold on. I'm taking notes on this stuff. Let me hold on. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna go into it. It's just like an extension of that idea in Cave World. And like, to be fair to myself, I didn't go there on my first playthrough. Maybe with that companion piece, I would have more readily realized what Cave World was going for. But I probably should have realized anyway, because it's not tremendously subtle. And then like for Mist World, I was trying to pay attention, and its whole deal, as far as I can tell, I feel like it has a sub-theme of like respecting like a foreign people's customs and integrating into them instead of being like hostile or anything. But the main theme is, as far as I can tell, just like to exhibit humility and to understand that like there's a lot to be gained from just hearing each other out. Like, how did I write this? The mutual capacity for imparting wisdom, perspective, and knowledge. Yeah. Like even from sources that you wouldn't quite expect to offer that kind of insight, it's still totally like, you know, you should be open to getting that sort of stuff from those sorts of people. That seems to be what it's going for, especially because in the like ending sequence after Tower of Heaven, an unlabeled serpent talks about how like the dreamer helped them realize like how to exhibit humility, kind of. It made them realize, like, I'm pretty sure it's Red Seer Ramus, who, when you talk to them in Mist World, they kind of treat you like garbage. They're a bit like, they're combative and full of themselves and whatever, and that's the only person in Mist World who's like that. And then like there's a serpent in the end who's talking about how those exact issues were helped by the dreamer. And it's like, okay, well, clearly this is the theme, because like there's one character here who exhibits the opposite of the theme, and then later it's like, and like who exhibits the opposite of the theme as the dreamer is learning and benefiting from that learning from these people. And then at the end of the game, Funny Ramus is like, yes, I really learned from this experience. And it's like, I really feel like I should have realized this stuff. But I just didn't. I also don't remotely mean to speak as like any kind of authority here. I have very little reason to be confident in my ability to pick up on this stuff. Because I just have like zero experience doing it. So yeah, I don't mean to project this as like the truth or anything. Ultimately, I still don't really know what I'm talking about. And yawn. I'm also not confident that in later levels, including this one, I will be able to pick up on anything, because I may well still be like pretty blind about this stuff. But I'm trying. I'm trying. I think, I mean, okay. I think it's pretty clear that I have a takeaway for this level, like, already. I forget what, like, my final stance on it was in the video, but, already I'm of the opinion that Underwater World is about, not forsaking trust given to you. Because these goobers trust you, and Eden trusts you, and you betray them just because, pretty much. Arguably, you betray them because you put trust into Edax, but as I emphasized in my video, teehee, no you didn't, or at least no I didn't. Get real. No chance. So I think I've already got my stance on this, yeah. believe this is when the line changes. Yeah. Simply incredible. Bruh. I was thinking a little bit about like the overarching story, or the overarching plot, I guess, of this game as well. It's like really obviously Christian, or at least like gives very Christian vibes. What with the biblically accurate angel character who has a very like Christian godlike role. And I feel like there's some stuff to say about that. I already criticized it in my video without saying the quiet part out loud. Because like it really does make the Dreamcatcher as a character look bad. And I don't think that's due to like any inaccuracy that the Dreamcatcher has to like Christian allegory, I guess. I'm just not a big fan of either of them. What does she say? kind of a tie between these two for me. I'm not knowledgeable enough about Christianity to like say whether or not Goji's role in the overarching plot is like kind of as a Jesus figure. I truly don't know. So I'm not going to assume anything on that front. However, I think it is sort of telling in a sense that like telling. I guess okay. I don't know if I've got a case to make for anything being telling. That'll take more thought. But the thing I'm thinking about is just the fact that like this game, like right at the end of the credits, I believe, it says like this game is dedicated to all those dreamers who face oppression every day. Or fight oppression, I think it might be. And it, like, as a result of that, it comes across really weird that, like, the Dreamcatcher is kind of portrayed as righteous and sympathetic in their inaction, despite that acknowledgement of oppression, in a way. Like, in what world can you look at a scenario where someone demonstrably has power to end mass suffering, like horrific suffering, not like getting rid of sadness, just generally. Like, this isn't about spilling your little coffee and being like, oh man. This is about like the decay of the entire world that the people live in, both textually, like in the game, that literally happens, and outside of the game, like, I mean, I don't know, the game touches upon real life, like, themes of inequality, uh, like from the real world, and says it's dedicated to those who fight oppression. Um, in what world can you look at someone who's able to put an end to that, like, profound injustice and suffering, and your takeaway is that it's like a commendable neutrality or anything? Oh, I didn't realize that would happen. Whatever. Like, if the idea is law gotta keep up the sanctity of free will by not interfering, I find that dreadfully uncompelling an argument. Um, because it's not a requirement of free will that, like, horrendous evil gets like a proper foothold in a society. See Holocaust in real life, and it's not a requirement of free will that, like, certain bad actors effectively destroy the world for their own benefit. See the, like, Grimthorn in the game. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, maybe one would argue that free will is meaningless if there are, like, limits for what's allowed, but those limits are still, like, in place down to individual morals. This way it just means that, like, most people think it's unacceptable, but also a lot of people get killed or suffer because of it. I guess I just don't, I don't know. I don't see. Maybe it's that I don't understand the argument, and more that I just fundamentally disagree that, like, some nebulous concept of free will is worth all that damage. Like, what positive effect is there for that? How do you justify millions upon millions of people dying due to, like, unjust circumstance because free will? Like, oh, but yeah, but it needs to happen though. I guess, I don't know. Bleh. Is this, okay. Oh, hey. Yeah, I guess the point is that I wish I could um shouldn't it be like hallowed, like with an A? I think that's, let me just verify that I have that right. That that's a, like, first of all, a word and not just a Terraria thing. I swear it is. And second of all, if I'm thinking of it correctly. No, I think it is supposed to be hollow instead of like hollow. Not that I pronounce them differently normally, I'm just making a verbal distinction more obvious. Yeah, I wonder if you can just like go tell Eden and be like, bro, this weird little guy was telling me to free her. What do I do? Probably not. In fact, almost definitely not. But I want to try. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it doesn't let you do this. I wonder if anyone is here. I would like, okay, quick note on that like Christianity rambling I was doing, I was genuinely quite surprised when I played the parts of the script pertaining to the Dreamcatcher for a couple people in a stream before I had this was like September 2nd. I was a few days into editing the video at whenever this happened. I played it for them, and they said that if they hadn't been told, they would not have suspected, it wouldn't even have crossed their mind, any Christianity stuff. And I wonder if that's just because they didn't see what I was talking about. They only heard my narration. And potentially also, maybe I just don't give enough context in the video to actually understand the obvious parallel. What frame? What on question mark? Okay. I was like, I will open Discord just in case someone messages me and I want to see it. And then it did that to my frame rate after it was fully open. Cool. Unlucky. Hey guys, go home. Nothing to find here. I forget. Does anyone say stuff? Question mark. Can I look at this myself? Is it enough to only kill Eden? That's my YouTube challenge video. I've got to make my content, so I'm doing an Eden only murder run. The Hypnagogia community is gonna go wild for this one. Zane, you can get eaten by Eden. Oops. Oh, do you have to kill those other guys? Damn. Eden's taking forever. Agreed. Oh, okay. No more platforms. Door. Damn. Our chunks are just here, huh? At least finish your meal, Edax. Little pack. Wait, did it say something at the top of the screen? Hold on. Oh, it's just some question marks. Okay. Fair enough. I thought that was a piano. Why did this have to be in the game? Like, really? Damn. Social commentary? Well, yeah. I didn't actually notice when I was making the video that Hypno like goes to perch after she talks to you. Which makes one of my points a little less strong. Although it wasn't a tremendously important one anyway. Yeah, I'm done for now. Thinking about switching to something else. I could do more Maggie, but I'm not sure. I do wonder if that, like, bigger fish thing at the end, it probably wasn't supposed to be, like, societal commentary. It's probably just supposed to be about the constructed situation itself. About like, yeah, whatever. Wake up. I could do slow roads if I want. I'm not sure. Um, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'll try to decide during then. Hello, I'm back. I'm opening up Steam to see if there's anything I particularly want to do there. I might just resort to slow roads. I don't know. I don't know. I know I should like do more playthroughs of Myths Are 100% True. But I don't want to yet. Like it'll happen eventually. I'm not gonna rush it. Sure. Sure, I'll do this. What is my title? Okay. This will be so epic. I need to get music. Whoa. Wait a minute. Question mark? I guess, okay.